Luigi? Odo ororoe. Soka, su, maka, yamamba.
That's right, this time a whole lot of characters get to take fun in this game.
Otomae, sousu san unaka.
Can I continue?
Suku, ui, yamamba.
Thank you. So yes, you guys, we are going to be talking about Luigi's Mansion 4's multiplayer and what I think they should do for that, because I do think with the series definitely heading more into a multiplayer direction, it is important to have some modes that you can play with friends, you know, whether they be locally or online all over the world. Yes, Egad, that means more ghosts for your collection. So anyways, let's get into it by talking about the first multiplayer mode that I would have. Alright, so this one is obvious, but a co-op campaign. In Luigi's Mansion 3, there is a co-op mode where you can have Luigi tag along with you and a second player can take control of him. That is something that I would integrate into my game, where a player can take control as Luigi and act as a second player to help Luigi on his quest. Though there wouldn't be any puzzles or gimmicks that would require you to use Luigi. He is simply there as a companion to help you catch a lot of ghosts, kind of like in the first Luigi's Mansion games remake, where you can use Luigi to help you with combat, but there's nothing that you need Luigi to do. Luigi has the exact same functions as you. The only difference is Luigi cannot use the elementals, and any upgrades that you have applied to your Poltergeist Ultima will also apply to your co-op partners. Next up, let's talk about the ScareScraper. There's not really much to talk about with this mode because I wouldn't do much differently than has been done in Luigi's Mansion's Dark Moon and 3. I would offer many of the same modes, including catching the ghosts, finding the toads, collecting a certain amount of treasure, etc., but I would offer more customization in the game's options. For example, you could select the difficulty. You could also select the amount of ghosts that spawn. Heck, you could even select how many blackouts may happen. Now, the blackouts in my ScareScraper wouldn't be like Luigi's Mansion 3's ScareScraper's blackouts. It would function more like the story, where you have to find the Surge Ghost. And as per usual, whenever you find the Surge Ghost, you have to wait until the lights flicker on, then you can try to capture him. And depending on the difficulty selected and how many players there are, Surge's health would be higher and he would be a little faster and harder to fight. Once you reach the top floor of the ScareScraper, you are greeted by a random portrait ghost from the story. It would be one of the 8 main story bosses. You can play a harder version of Hank's battle, you can play a harder version of Van Gore's battle, etc, etc. Alright, I'll get to it. So, when you've rescued a character in the story, like let's say you rescue Mario or Peach or Yoshi, whoever, they are unlocked for you to use in the ScareScraper. So, any characters that are grayed out, you obviously have not rescued yet, but any characters that are in color are characters that you've rescued in the story and are able to be played for the ScareScraper. So yes, that includes you, Waluigi.
Yeah!
Alrighty, I'm about to tell them about the new mode, but before I do, I really also want to say thank you guys for all your support on all these videos. It truly means a lot to me, and I'm very happy I'm able to produce them for you. Alright, Waluigi, sheesh. The new mode is called Mansion Hunter Duos. In Mansion Hunter Duos, you and one other person will tackle the mansion in a almost horde mode style. Let's walk through it together, actually. Firstly, you select your character. Then, you select how many rooms you want to be a part of it. Basically, like how many rounds you want to fight. If you want to fight 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 50. And then, of course, you can choose your difficulty and other options. And then, when you start, you spawn in a random room in the mansion. You are basically locked into this room until you defeat all the ghosts in the room. Think of it as a horde mode, like I said. Once you defeat all the ghosts in the room, you will get a key to the next room. Now, it won't go in the same order as the main game would. It would be completely random every time you play it. Obviously, you have access to all the hallways, but you don't have access to all the rooms. So, you keep going until you get to your last room, whether it's the 5th room, the 10th room, etc. But there would also be an endless mode that isn't quite endless. What it would be is that you'd have to do every single room in the mansion. Now, I don't know exactly how many rooms there are. You can count them as they're showing up on your screen, but there's a lot of rooms that you'd have to get through, so it's almost like an endless mode. Can you face up to this challenge and defeat horde after horde after horde of ghosts? And also keep in mind that this is only a 2-player mode, so you and your partner will really have to work well together to overcome these ghosts.
そいそうてくるはんおどろろえそかすうまかやまんば
Yes, and of course, all of these modes would have online, so you can play the co-op, the ScareScraper, and the Mansion Hunter Duos modes all online. Yes, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to... Wait, what's going on?